Alright guys, it is Kieran from Red Devil Weekly and we are live on the phone today to review the Man United versus Watford game. Of course, in reality, the main thing from the game was the 3 points. It was a big 3 points for us, and I'm so happy with the win. Other than that, the performance overall wasn't brilliant, I have to say. And we move on. We do move on to Tuesday night against Wolves. We need to play better than that if we are going to beat them. But as I said, in this sort of, the top four race, the win is really all that matters. So yeah, and also I do apologise if there's any sort of lag or anything like that. I'm on my phone. It's not going to be as clean and as smooth as it usually is. But yeah, please do let me know what you think in the live chat, and of course in the comment section down below as well if you're watching this as a video. Please do get involved. So yeah, obviously we won the game 2-1. As I said, the performance probably didn't really show that. I think Watford, I think will be a bit disheartened by the fact they didn't come away with anything from that game. And I think towards the end of the game, a lot of us thought, when Decore scored that goal, are they going to get a 2-2 draw? And you know what? It was looking likely, but luckily we did get those two goals. Those really important goals, really, from Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial. Great to see them both back in the team and also back on the score sheet as well. And Rashford's goal was a really nice goal. Luke Shaw played him in brilliantly with a through ball, and I think Luke Shaw really was the man of the match. He was voted man of the match by the Manchester United Twitter account in a poll, and I think that's completely correct. I think Luke Shaw probably was our best player today. Defensively, he was really good, had a brilliant assist, and to be honest with you, the way that some of the other players played, I don't think you could have really given it to anyone else. I have to say, David De Gea as well. Hats off to him. Making some really important saves. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Welcome to Krishna and welcome to That Gamer TV. Thanks for joining, guys. He says, "Yo, big 3 points," and That Gamer TV says, "Good 3 points, but poor performance, lack of match fitness." I think that definitely played a part in it, mate. I think that definitely played a part in it. I think. Obviously, with the international break, there were some players who were out injured, still recovering, and I think we did see that. When we played Wolves last time, I think on Monday night in the FA Cup, there was a few players coming back from injury who just didn't look match fit, and today it was the same, which was really frustrating because I was hoping after they joined up with their international teams, they would have got some match fitness in them, but unfortunately, it didn't seem to happen. We were a bit slow at times, but hopefully with this win we can just take the confidence from that, take the positives, and hopefully some of these players can go into the next few games with a bit more, a bit more fitness under their belt and just a bit more confidence. And I think that's what we need. But I totally agree with you, mate. I think some of those players do need fitness. They do need more game time. And hopefully the fact that games are coming thick and fast means that those players are going to get more game time in the team. TTX says, "Luke Shaw, brilliant. Where's the Shaw haters now?" Welcome, TTX. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I know. Luke Shaw was fantastic today. No doubt about it. And as I said, I think he fully deserved getting the man of the match for Manchester United. And yeah, I mean, I don't understand where the Luke Shaw haters come from. I think he got a lot of abuse from people saying he was overweight and things like that. But he's come back from that really admirably. And, I have to take my hat off to him. And he's definitely our best fullback at the club. And I was surprised to see him in the team lineup because I wasn't 100% sure whether he was going to be fit for the game. But ultimately he turned up, and boy did he turn up. And I mean, that assist was absolutely marvellous for Marcus Rashford's goal. And he took it really well. And as I said, a bit on Marcus Rashford. I thought he played well today. And I think, he really does run his heart out for the team. It was great to see him back amongst the goals because in the last few games, I've seen Rashford and, he was trying really hard. He was doing the right things in games. But unfortunately, he just wasn't, getting the end product. And, that was annoying. But unfortunately, I'm so happy now to see him back amongst the goals. And hopefully he can start another really good run of form like we saw when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer first came in at Manchester United. Also good to see Anthony Martial, come back onto the score sheet as well. I thought Martial's performance today overall wasn't brilliant, but he got the goal at a really important time. Popped up Johnny on the spot when we needed him, and that was a really important goal for us because evidently if we didn't get that second goal, we'd be walking out of here with a 1-1 draw and being very disappointed. So yeah, really happy that really happy that Martial's back on the score sheet again. Hopefully this kickstarts another bit of a run of form for them. TTX says midfield was awful today, no creativity, looked rusty and dominated by Watford. I think Watford, as I said before, they'll be a bit disappointed that they didn't come away with anything from the game because, especially in the first bit of the game, they dominated possession. They had more shots than us, more shots on target. They will be disappointed. They definitely will be disappointed they don't come away with any points. But Watford can take a lot of pleasure from that game, a lot of positives, and I think now obviously they're 8th in the league, so I think they could really push for that 7th place potentially. Obviously Wolves dropping points today against Burnley, but you're sure they're gonna turn up for their cup final on Tuesday night. Don't worry about that. But yeah, of course Wolves dropping points. But yeah, Watford could give 7th place a real good go. So yeah, good luck to them. I thought they played really well today, really, really well. And they were unfortunate not to get anything out of the game. But that's the thing. As I said, if you get early goals really, really do help you. And so that's why Marcus Rashford's goal was such an important goal. Calmed us down a little bit and also just took the pressure off. Welcome to Sick Bull. Thanks for joining, mate. Please leave a like, guys, if you haven't already as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. He says, what camera do you... What camera do you use to record your videos? Well, I just use my phone camera, my Samsung Galaxy J5 phone camera. And it's a decent quality. Obviously, I am a bit laggy. I'm probably just going to move forward a bit here. But yeah, obviously, I'm a bit laggy, which is annoying. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? But of course, I think the actual camera quality itself isn't too bad. So yeah, I mean, obviously, if you want to pick up this phone, it's good. But I'm sure you can just do it off your own phone as well. I'm sure it's good. Cheers for the like, Sick Bull. Thanks for liking. But guys, yeah, please do let me know who your thoughts were on the man of the match today. And also, I want to bring up a few names. Paul Pogba. Where was Paul Pogba today? He was not at the races whatsoever. He was getting a stick from a few fans as well when he was doing a bit of showboating. He just didn't look at the races today, unfortunately. And we need him to start picking up his performances for the latter end of the season because we need to start picking it up and winning games. If we don't start, then I fear for us, definitely. I really do fear for us. So yeah, I think Paul Pogba just wasn't at the races today, which is really disappointing because, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, he's been one of the most improved players. And obviously, that was mainly to do with the fact that, he kind of downed tools under Jose Mourinho. But ultimately, Paul Pogba's coming in and being one of our best players under Solskjaer. And unfortunately, we're not seeing that as often as we want to. So it's annoying, but, what can you do? I'm just going to rest my arms for a minute. So you can see you'll see my face like this. But yeah, as I said, I think Luke Shaw probably deserves man of the match. Out of everyone, I think Luke Shaw probably deserves it. But I thought, as I said, David De Gea gave a really good account of himself as well. Made some really vital saves. So yeah, I'll give it to Luke Shaw. TTX's Pogba was poor mainly due to their slow, lethargic midfield today. I mean, yeah, I think the midfield as a whole wasn't brilliant today. I thought, Herrera and Matic were more the Herrera and Matic we've seen under Jose Mourinho, which we don't want them to revert back to type. We want them to play freely like they were when we were all firing on all cylinders under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, hopefully we don't see that. Hopefully, they start playing as... I'm hoping it's just match fitness, to be honest with you. I really am hoping it's just match fitness. But yeah, keep your comments coming in, guys. Obviously, we are live. It's not a video this time. I was thinking I might just do a video, but I thought, no, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to do a bit of a live stream here. So yeah, if you are watching, let me know your thoughts in the live chat. And also leave a like. We're nearly on 5 likes. And we are closing in as well on 600 subscribers on the channel. So if you are watching and haven't already, make sure you subscribe because great things are coming on this channel. And if you do like the content, make sure you leave that like. And as I said, the performance overall wasn't brilliant, but really at this stage of the season, when you've got 8 games to go, it's just about the 3 points in the end of the day. That's all it's about. And we got the 3 points. Even Solskjaer mentioned it in his post-match press conference that we weren't good enough. We weren't at the races today. But sometimes you just have individual quality from players that can get you over the line. And luckily we did have that because if Watford were playing a bit of a team with less quality in it or a mid-table team, then they probably would have wiped the floor with them. They were brilliant today, Watford. So they were unfortunate not to get anything out of the game. But we move on to Wolves, and that is going to be a massive game midweek, of course. And obviously Liverpool and Spurs play as well. So if Spurs do lose that game, we finish this weekend level on points with Spurs, which have been absolutely amazing. Considering where Spurs were when Solskjaer came in to where they are now. So testament to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And also, I'm just really, really happy that Solskjaer's first game as permanent manager went to plan, because if it didn't, if we'd lost, if it was a third loss in a row or a third bad result in a row, then the mood might have changed a bit. So I was happy we got the win. We move on, as I said, we move on to Wolverhampton Wanderers, who, of course, will be bringing their A game for Manchester United, of course. Welcome to Patrick. Thanks for joining, Patrick, as always. He says, Watford were out of the blocks real quick. United looked very rusty, but we would have lost... Oh, no, sorry. I've just lost your comment there, Patrick. I do apologise. Patrick says, Watford were out of their blocks really quick. United looked very rusty, but we've lost these kind of games under Mourinho, so it was about the result, not about the performance. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. Totally agree. In the past we would have lost these sort of games, and yes, we did have a bit of a squeaky bum time moment towards the end, but ultimately we got over the line, and that's all that mattered. So yeah, really, really happy with that. And yeah, as I said, I think Luke Shaw probably deserved man of the match. Brilliant assist. Marcus Rashford as well. I can't say too much more about the performance, really. As I said, in the preview, if you want to go check out my preview and look at my predictions and laugh at my predicted lineup as well, because I got absolutely nowhere near it on my predicted lineup either. So if you want to laugh at that, please feel free to do so. But yeah, it was a game which was a bit icky. It was a bit unpredictable, but ultimately we got the 3 points. And we're now in the top 4. Obviously, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Spurs are yet to play. But we're in the top 4, and that's all that matters. And that's why I'll be smiling for the rest of today, and hopefully the rest of the weekend as well, if results go our way. But yeah, please keep your thoughts coming in the live chat. Of course, we are live. This isn't a video. I thought I might just try mix up a bit instead of just doing a video. So yeah, welcome to Matthew Jones. He says 3 points is all that mattered. Yep, totally agree, mate. Totally agree. Also, make sure you check out United Fan Focus and the link in the description down below as well. So make sure you check them out. Obviously, but yeah, I obviously 3 points was was really all that mattered, as you said. It was massive for us today, because if we had dropped points today, Arsenal probably would have beaten Newcastle, Chelsea would have beaten Cardiff. If those results had gone against us, then top 4 would have been an even more uphill climb than it already is. So good to stay in touch with the top 4. Put a bit of pressure on those teams above us as well. So yeah, really, really happy with that. The performance, though, wasn't brilliant. Rashford and Shaw were our best players today. Matic was very poor, mate. Yeah, I'm really not. I'm kind of annoyed about Matic, because I think the only thing I'm annoyed about with Matic is the fact that before Matic got injured, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he was an absolute dream of a player, doing all the right things, breaking up the play in the middle. But it just doesn't seem to be happening right now for him. I'm not sure whether it's because he's still kind of coming back from the injury, or whether it's just not match fit. But Matic under Solskjaer was brilliant, and we're just not seeing it at the moment. But hopefully he does get back to that same form, because he will be a massive asset as well. Patrick says Shaw is a polar opposite of Young on the other side. Young would get out to the byline and pass it backwards, but Shaw is a true wing back. Yeah, I think Luke Shaw was really positive today. As I said, I thought Luke Shaw was brilliant, and I think Ashley Young. I was thinking, obviously, in the preview, I thought Ashley Young would play. Obviously, he did play, but I thought Young would play just because he's kind of, a bit of an experienced head in there. But yeah, he didn't have the best of games today, I have to say. He didn't really have the best of games. So, I don't know. But as I said, we move on from that. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that going forward. Obviously, that is why we brought in someone like Diogo Dalot, because Ashley Young is aging. He's not playing as good football anymore. So Dalot hopefully can come on leaps and bounds in his development and take over Young one day. Welcome to Rasmus. Thanks for joining, Rasmus. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like as well, guys, if you haven't already. We're trying to do something a bit different, doing a live stream off the phone. Haven't done that in a while. Malik says, big game on Tuesday. Must beat Wolves in a 4 now as well. Yeah, exactly. And also, obviously, Wolves... Wolves didn't play great against Burnley today, obviously lost, but they're going to bring their A game against us, no doubt about it. They're going to bring their absolute A game against us, so we've got to be on it. We've got to be right on it, and if we're not, we might struggle. Rasmus says, we won, but the performance was shy. I couldn't agree more, mate. You've summed it up perfectly, Rasmus. Absolutely perfectly. The 3 points is all that matters. But, the performance, we need to work on that because other teams, better teams, will prey on that and they will take us apart if we do that. And, forget Barcelona if we play like that. Forget Barcelona. So we have to take the positives out of it and remove the negatives as well. Matthew agrees, of course. Yeah, obviously it's just about removing the negatives, taking the positives, taking the 3 points in our stride and, moving forward. But of course, it's a positive. The 3 points is all we wanted. I think that's what we were talking about in the preview. The 3 points was all that we needed, all that we wanted. So I'm happy. Randall says we struggle at home. We struggle at home, and that's weird. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty weird. We've had that for the last few seasons, that our home games have not been anywhere near as good as our away games. And especially under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it seems that we're much more suited to more of a counter-attacking, style of play, which is easier to do away from home. But when you're at home, teams are more likely to sit off you more. And, I think the players just seem to love playing away from home. I've got no idea why, but there you go. TTX says Wolves play like their lives against us. They bottle it against Burnley. Exactly. Absolutely. It's ridiculous. I mean, they've actually lost more games against teams in the bottom half of the table than teams in the top half. I mean, what logic is that? What logic is that? I don't understand. If I was a Wolves fan, I wouldn't be too happy because only you're losing against teams you should be beating. And if you beat those sides, you never know. You might have been able to have a crack at the top six, but you spend too much time, focusing on the top six. But anyway, that's my rant over. I'm not a Wolves fan, gladly. I'm a Man United fan. I wouldn't have it any other way, as I said. Thanks for joining, Matthew. Appreciate it, mate. But yeah, I'm probably going to call it a day as well, lads. But before I do, Rasmus says, what do you think about Pogba's performance? Is his mind with Zidane? Well, the last word on this from me is that Pogba obviously didn't have a great game today. No doubt about it. Pogba was poor. And I don't know. Maybe all the rumours are getting to him. I'm not sure. I think actually in the Wolves and the Arsenal game that we played, he didn't play particularly well either. So maybe I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I thought for France he played a brilliant game. So it's baffling. It really is baffling. But hopefully that does get sorted out because we need him in the latter stage of the season. When games come thick and fast, you need to be on form. So hopefully Pogba can get all of that off his mind, and just focus on these next 8 or 9 games of the season. But guys, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for everyone who has been watching live. Make sure if you're watching as a video, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you haven't already as well, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're only 4, you heard that right, 4 subscribers away from 600 subscribers. So please do let us know if you haven't already subscribed, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do. What are you doing? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you for the Wolves preview on